Today's scientist, he is having a specialization in tiny bits and pieces, but he is lacking the cosmic approach and the cohesion in this universe. And our ignorance has turned this universe into a multiverse. So we need to see it as a universe. And Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi rahmatullahi alayh, he believes in the unity of existence. He says, Nuri udar yumnu yusro taht fok, bar saro bar gardanam chu tajutok. It's the nur, it's the light of my beloved, which is on my right and which is on my left, and which is on my head like a crown, and which is in my neck like a chain. So Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi says that the underlying reality of this universe, it is the ultimate reality, the be all and end all of the entire universe. Maulana gives, I just saw this samosa and I saw this sandwich. I just remind a hikaya of a parable of Maulana Rumi. He says in his Majalis Saba, he says that the main purpose of all these food items is to satiate one's hunger. We have burak mi khwaham, totmaj mi khwaham. He says like this. He says sometimes I want a sandwich. He says sometimes I want something else. Sometimes I want korma. But if my hunger is satiated by one food item, I will not need anything more. So means that the underlying reality is hunger. And all these items, these are the manifestations of the same hunger. So in the same way, he just quotes a narration hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wherein Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Allahumma arinal haqa'iqal ashya'i kama hi. Oh Allah, show me the reality of the things as things are, not as things appear to me. So there is a difference between the reality of the things and the appearance of the things. So Maulana wants us to just move all this foam from the ocean, and he wants us to have a direct approach towards the water. So Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi says that we can have many approaches towards this reality. Maulana in no way believes that empiricism cannot be an approach. Maulana very much says that empiricism too is an approach towards the ultimate reality. And he says that these empirical things, these are the shadows of the ultimate reality. So the basic thing is that we have to be in unison with the reality. He says, Aftab Ahmad Dalile Aftab Ghar Dalile Boyad Azwa Rumatab. Sun is the proof unto itself. If you want the proof, if you want the reality, just look at the sun. Saya arwai nishani midhat, shams harbam nur jani midhat. Shadow too is an indirect indication of the sun. But it is better to look upon the sun. So how can we have a glimpse of that direct, how can we be in the unison with the reality? How can we have a direct glimpse of the reality? Maulana uses the word ishq. He says ishq means you must experience your religion. Religion is neither to be studied, religion is neither to be analyzed, religion is neither to be synthesized, religion is to be experienced. It's just like a pain. If I have pain in my finger, you say that, how do you feel? I say I have a pain, very much pain. You say, what is your pain looks like? I will say that it's not in a shape, I will make a diagram of my pain. It's not circular, it's not triangular. You sit and ask me and say, what is your pain? I will say that if you too have the same pain, you will experience my pain. So it's all about experiencing. And when you experience the divine in the inner recesses of your heart, Maulana says this ishq. But for Rumi, and this last thing what I want to say, for Rumi, ishq is not just a psychological mood. For Rumi, ishq has an epistemological value. He says, in mohabbat ham natije danishas. This love, this too is the after effect of your wisdom. A simpleton cannot stay on the throne of love like this. So when he says that when you come in unison with the Almighty Allah, then you feel short of words.
and you just experience, just like Ghazali in his Mantiq says, there was a person, he was a drunkard, but he was not able to write a piece of paper. Another one, he was a theorist and he wrote many volumes about intoxication. But still, the one who was not knowing how to write, he was really intoxicated. And another one, he didn't know intoxication, still he was writing his thesis about intoxication. So main thing is that you have to experience whether you can write something or not. And he says, Kaal Rabbi Guzar Marde Hal Shao, Pesh Marde Kamile Pamal Shao. Just leave these words. And he says, I Khuda. And with this couplet I take your leave, he says, I Khuda. Dilma tujara a maqam, ki besukhan andara ruyat kalam. Oh my Allah, raise my spirit to such a level whereupon I can speak to you without words. And this is the language of State Zamani Hall. Kaal Rabbi Guzar Marde Hall Shao, Besh Marde Kamile Pamal Shao. Thank you very much.